Hello, this is Kevin Kaplan again from the Infant and Early Childhood Mental Health Team at the Children's Resource Center in Bowling Green, Ohio. Thanks for joining me again for another quick tip strategy video. And the topic of this one is personal storybook. Personal storybook can be used to help your kiddo gain some self-concept and self-understanding and help support their overall mental health. And it also might allow them an opportunity to talk about their experiences so far or to see their experiences on a book. And maybe also talk about their feelings or share their feelings about something that happened in their life. And if you're maybe doing something like this with younger kiddos, this would just be maybe pictures of experiences that they've had or people in their life. And it can help build that connection and relationship that we know in early childhood is so very important to establishing lifelong mental health. So, the tips that I brought to you today are from the NAEYC, and you can visit their website and look up their page on homemade storybook making, and you'll see a little more detail and information about how to do that. I took the main points and would like to share those with you. So they recommend that you choose a thicker page book, like I would think maybe a scrapbook or an artsy sketch type book that you might get at a local retailer. And that's because thin pages can, for one, they don't really hold a lot of material if you're going to put a couple pictures on there, or if you're going to cut out something and stick it on there. Plus, if your kiddo is old enough to look at this book by themselves, it's harder for them to turn those thin pages. So you might think of gathering and taking some photos of familiar people in your child's life and keeping it simple, more simpler than an adult scrapbook. And by that, I mean just a few pictures, maybe on each page, or a few words to go along with that. You can involve your child as the co author. They can draw pictures, they can choose the words or labels that go on things. Include some repetition and rhyme to help your kiddo in learning their own story. This could even be along the lines of the theme in their favorite book. Children like and seem to thrive off of rhyme. And so if you can repeat or rhyme things, that makes it flow a little bit better. Focus it on the needs and interests that they have. It could be about a specific time or event too. Read it with them and ask questions. Ask them questions about what's in the book to encourage them to tell the story. This strategy is done best when done in a playful and wondrous manner with your kiddo. So I already mentioned NAEYC as a free resource. You can also check out mystorybook.com if you're interested in maybe making a digital storybook. And lifestoryworks.org has some storybook tips and information, and a lot of their stuff is geared towards children who have been adopted. And for purchase, you could also think about Shutterfly or Put Me in the Story. And then there's some other ones that I come across, and I'm not advocating for those. They're just to let you know that there are paid for options for creating a digital book. So I hope this information was helpful to you and that it can get you started in creating a personal storybook for your kiddo. For more resources and information, check us out on YouTube at the Children's Resource Channel, and you can subscribe to that to get future video updates. And find us on Facebook at the CRC Infant and Early Childhood Connection. Have a good one.